My name is Nick Sherburne. I'm an assistant sales manager at Wheat Ridge Cyclery. Picked Project One because it was, I think, in my opinion, the best riding bike that we carry in the store for what I like to do. And I could customize it, plain and simple. So I could have it look and ride the way that I wanted it to. Not to knock any other brands, I've ridden just about everything else that we carry in the store. I've now come back to a Trek simply because it is, I think, the most comfortable ride with the best features. It's also made in the United States, in Wisconsin. So Project One process boils down to picking everything from paint scheme. You have the choice of customizing a couple stock options that you don't have to pay any extra for. That's just part of the cool features of Project One. And then you also have an option of thousands of different custom paint schemes that you can pay a little bit extra for, picking primary, secondary, and tertiary colors to really kind of make the bike your own. You have the options of picking all the components that you want from Campy to Shimano to SRAM, so you can make it pretty inexpensive or as expensive as you want. So once you pick out the color scheme and component groupo that you want to go with, you come in and sit down with the fitter and take the time to figure out the frame size, component spec down to crank length, cassette size if you want a standard or a compact crank set, bar width, stem length if you want a carbon handlebar or a carbon stem, and that's all done before even placing the order. But that way the bike comes in a box, you pull it out, build it, and you're ready to roll. The process itself can take from, with my bike, it was about a 3-week turnaround from placing of the order to bike arriving at the store. Depending on how custom you go, it can take a little bit longer, which really isn't bad for a fully custom bike. Seeing the final product is a really exciting thing because you have all this build up to it. Talking with the fitters, you see it on the computer screen, but you never can really tell because it's just a picture in front of you. But yeah, once that bike rolls out and is what you expected it to be, it's kind of gives you butterflies, to be totally honest. It's something it is your bike. You made it, you built it, so it's an exciting thing, and I can't wait to get out and pedal it up a hill. Early February, coming up on Valentine's Day, we're at the top of Red Rocks Amphitheater. Just like any new bike, there's always a little bit of working out the kinks and stuff like that, but really getting used to the fit, the geometry and stuff like that hasn't been difficult at all. It seems to be a bike that's put together really well just out of the box. It climbs really well. In the saddle, it doesn't seem to be too much torsional flex, side-to-side movement, especially out of the saddle too, when you expect a bike to kind of spring side-to-side when you're putting a lot of weight into it, but it tends to not want to do that. It moves forward as opposed to laterally. Descending is like I'm on rails. There's nothing to compare it to at this point, so I can really just lean into a turn and not have to worry about if I'm going to drift into the other lane. Overall, it's awesome. I'm glad I made the decision to get a Madone.